Welcome to Discover Daily by Perplexity, an AI-generated show on tech, science, and culture. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sienna. Today we've got a fascinating deep dive into how black fungi are actually helping clean up radiation at Chernobyl. But first,
the tech industry is witnessing a reversal in design philosophy, with major companies leading a return to physical buttons. Volkswagen recently announced they're bringing back physical controls on their steering wheels, while Apple's upcoming iPhone 16 will feature 2 additional physical buttons, marking a significant shift away from the all-touch interfaces that dominated recent years. This change is largely driven by compelling safety and user experience concerns. Studies have shown touchscreens can distract drivers for up to 40 seconds longer than physical buttons when performing basic tasks. The issue is so significant that the European New Car Assessment Program will require physical buttons for critical functions by 2026 to achieve top safety ratings. The trend extends far beyond automotive. We're seeing physical controls return to everything from home appliances to e-readers. Companies like Kobo and Nook are bringing back page-turn buttons, while appliance manufacturers are reintroducing physical knobs on stoves and washing machines. Even Apple, long known for minimalist design, is expanding physical controls across their product line. What's particularly interesting is how this shift represents a broader recognition of user needs over purely aesthetic considerations. While touchscreens offer flexibility, physical buttons provide essential benefits that digital interfaces simply can't match. Immediate tactile feedback, operation without visual attention, and reliable performance in challenging conditions like wet environments or while wearing gloves. Manufacturers are now moving toward what they call a hybrid approach, combining touchscreens for complex features with physical controls for critical and frequently used functions. This evolution in interface design is driving innovation, with companies developing sophisticated tactile feedback systems and smart surfaces that bridge the gap between traditional buttons and touch interfaces.
in what might be one of the most remarkable examples of biological adaptation, black fungi discovered in Chernobyl's Reactor 4 are actively helping clean up radiation. These fungi, particularly one called Cladosporium sphaerospermum, aren't just surviving in the highly radioactive environment. They're thriving by converting radiation into chemical energy through a sophisticated process called radiosynthesis. The mechanism behind this remarkable ability centers on melanin, the same pigment found in human skin. However, fungal melanin is structurally unique, forming multiple concentric layers that build into dark spherical shells. These melanin granules are strategically located in the cell wall where they're cross-linked with chitin to produce strong microfibrils that effectively shield against radiation. What makes these fungi particularly fascinating is their approach to processing radiation. They can synthesize melanin through 2 distinct pathways: the DHN pathway, which is unique to fungi and uses acetyl-CoA as precursors, and the L-DOPA pathway, similar to what we see in mammals. This capability makes them incredibly efficient at not just blocking radiation, but actually converting it into usable energy. The implications extend far beyond Chernobyl. NASA's already conducting experiments on the International Space Station to test these fungi as biological radiation shields for spacecraft and astronauts. Meanwhile, researchers at the University of Saskatchewan have trained these fungi to detect specific radioactive nuclides, potentially creating cost-effective biological detectors for nuclear fallout. Beyond environmental cleanup and space applications, the medical field is exploring how this fungal melanin could protect patients during radiation therapy or lead to more effective radioprotective materials. Recent studies have shown that even a thin layer of these fungi can block a large portion of incoming radiation, suggesting promising applications in radiation protection across various fields. The most recent developments show these fungi actively growing toward radiation sources, similar to how plants exhibit phototropism. This directed growth demonstrates their ability to not only detect radiation, but to actively seek it out for energy conversion. Scientists are now working to optimize these fungi's radiation processing capabilities, potentially leading to more efficient methods for cleaning up nuclear contamination worldwide.
That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform. For more info on anything we covered today, check out the links in our episode description. And don't forget, you can now access Perplexity's AI-powered knowledge base on the go with the mobile app, available for both Android and iOS. We also just released the Perplexity desktop app for Mac OS. In other Perplexity news, the company recently introduced internal knowledge search and spaces. With Perplexity Pro and Enterprise Pro, users can now search across both public web content and their own internal knowledge bases, seamlessly accessing and synthesizing the best information from all sources to get answers faster. Perplexity Spaces, on the other hand, are AI-powered collaboration hubs that can be deeply customized to specific use cases. Whether you're part of a project team conducting research, a sales team creating customer proposals, or a student team working on study guides, Perplexity Spaces gives you a place to work together to get things done. These new features are part of Perplexity's commitment to enabling more holistic, accurate, and fast research, making it the comprehensive knowledge hub for any organization. We'll be back with more stories that matter. Until then, stay curious.